What's up, channel members? I, number one, want to apologize for how late this video is, okay? I'm sorry, and I feel really bad. The past, 2 weeks have been insane. I was in New York for the Creator Summit, filmed a video for you guys there. The video, I swear to God, I wasn't recording for the first half of the video, so I can't use it. After that, I got home. I was home for 2 days. Then I was shooting with Hollister for 2 days, and those were long-ass shoot days. And then now I'm going to New York tonight. Literally in 3 hours. If you're wondering why this is late, that's why. But you know what? Done with the excuses. I'm sorry. Hopefully it doesn't happen again. I feel like I'm talking to my parents. Won't happen again, guys. But today we're going to be reading your guys' assumptions about me because it would be fun to do it for you guys. We're going to be seeing what you guys assume about me. I'm leaving for SoulCycle in 20 minutes, so let's make this quick. So first assumption, you're actually ridiculously smart and very well spoken. Your work ethic is amazing, and maybe you love coffee so much because you drank it a lot during school to keep you awake during those long nights of AP class homework. This is just so nice, for one. Thank you so much. I was pretty good in school. I slept for 3 hours a night because I took a lot of hard classes. And I don't regret any of that. I think it was great. I think it taught me how to have a better work ethic, but it definitely destroyed me. That's actually when my coffee addiction did start, is when I was taking those hard classes and was never sleeping. So I think you're onto something. Your assumption was correct. Next, you're tired of having to hide your friendships and relationships with people because of what the internet will say about them. I don't really hide friendships or relationships too much. I think that there's definitely aspects of all friendships and relationships in life that need to be kept private. I'm not going to show you my mom and I having an argument, but I might show her in a video for a little bit of us having fun because that's, something I want to show. So, I don't obviously show everything about my friendships and relationships in my life. And in some ways I might hide some aspects. I don't really think I hide them on purpose. I just think that they're just not shown. And I'm not really tired of it because it's just the way it is. You know what I mean? I totally understand that I can't show everything and I shouldn't show everything. And there's certain things that need to be kind of kept to myself. It can be difficult at times. I deal with it. I figured out what makes me feel comfortable and what makes me feel right. And I just kind of go with it. Next, we miss the old Emma stuff bothers you. It used to, because I used to be hey, I feel like I'm cool now too. And I kind of would take it personally. But as I've grown older and more, experienced more of that type of commentary, I've learned how to be hey, you know what? I get it. People aren't gonna always like you as much as you evolve. And I understand, but I don't really care anymore because I like the way that I'm evolving and growing. And I'm happier and more confident and more, just more in tune with myself now than I was 6 months ago, a year ago, 2 years ago. And so where I am now is where I'm supposed to be. And the content and the way I behave is the way it's supposed to be for right now. If I was staying the same, then I wouldn't be evolving and changing, and that would be boring and that would be unhealthy. So it's all healthy and positive in my eyes. And so if some people don't see it the same way, that's all right with me because that's their fucking problem. Somebody assumed that I'm constantly late to SoulCycle. No, I'm late to SoulCycle every once in a while, but usually I'm actually early, which is awesome because I'm not normally early to stuff. I'm normally right on time, but to SoulCycle, I usually get there 15 minutes early, which is way more than enough time. So I have enough time to take a mirror selfie and be conceited. Next, I assume that you don't miss your old apartment. Absolutely correct. If you guys haven't seen my old apartment or what it looks like, I have an apartment tour somewhere up on my channel. You can check it out. I'm wearing a green sweater in the thumbnail. You could probably find it somewhere. My old apartment was cool, but it was very dark. It looked like a dungeon. It did not feel like a home. There was barely any walls. It felt like a dungeon. So I'm very happy to be out of there. I feel ever since I've moved, my overall headspace has been better. I just think it was one of the best decisions I've ever made to move and to just break my lease. When I moved into that apartment, it was my first apartment in LA. I didn't know anybody. There's a lot of adjusting I needed to do. And I felt the energy in that apartment was very bad, and moving and settling into a new place that felt like my own and felt like a actual home, not like a dungeon studio, was really, really nice for me mentally. And it's bright in here. There's lots of lights. There's rooms, lots of space for my friends and I to hang out. The location is a lot better. I'm close to good coffee shops and I feel safer in this area. So overall, love my new apartment. So grateful. Best decision. Next assumption is that 2019 has been my happiest year. 100%. I have had my fair share of struggles this year, don't get me wrong, but overall, some of the best things that have ever happened to me have happened this year. And I've gotten so much closer with my friends that I love and care about so much. Kind of figured out a lot of shit. I've learned a lot about who I want to keep in my life, who I want to, take out of my life. I moved this year. I feel it was kind of out with the old, in with the new this year. In no way is that negative. Just I feel I kind of had a really fresh start this year, and I've had a lot of really great opportunities that have kept me so inspired inspired and, you know, feeling excited about what I'm doing. And it's been a great year so far. Also, I've been really focusing on my mental health, physical health, all of that. And like, that's been number one priority over everything. And with that, I feel like I've been able to like fully, you know, be more creative and everything and do what I got to do. And I've had a lot less mental breakdowns this year. I have had my fair share, but a lot less than normal. Feeling really great. I'm feeling good. Next assumption, you went through a decent amount of childhood trauma. The funny ones always do. Thank you for calling me funny for one. But also, I mean, I don't think I had any like abnormal amount of childhood trauma. I think everybody goes through a little bit of childhood trauma. I definitely went through a little bit here and there. Nothing that was that bad. Nothing that was anyone's fault. But you know, the normal stuff like bullying. My parents got divorced. There's a lot of complications with all of that. But overall, we got through it. You know, I'm okay. So, I assume that you love to lurk on comments or tweets about you. Yes, I love that. I always do that. I always try to like tweets and like Instagram posts or whatever that I see that are funny or cool or whatever. So, I love doing that. I think it's fun. Unless it's negative, then I get kind of sad, but like only for like a split second and then I'm like, fuck you, and then I don't care. Next one, you still keep in touch with your old friends. Yeah, I mean, not all of them. There's definitely some friends that don't talk to it anymore, especially from like high school. But when I see them, it's always totally cool, but don't keep like a very close relationship with everybody just because it's impossible. If you had a close relationship with everybody you've ever met in your entire life, you would have no time to do anything. That would be a lot of fucking work. But I definitely still have a lot of old friends that I keep in touch with and I love them. The ones that stuck around, stuck around. Oh sis, just asking, you know what? Anyway, I assume you hate celery. I don't know why, I just feel that energy from you. Correct, I don't like celery at all. I hate it. I hate celery juice. I hate celery. I hate everything about celery. Fuck celery. Next assumption, you like to live alone, but not to be alone. Absolutely correct. I love living by myself, would not trade that for the world. Very, very important to me. But my friends sleep over like every night. So I don't really know. It's like technically I live by myself, but not really because I'm always with my friends. But I like that because having people around you at all times or often, not at all times, that's not healthy, but like having people around to keep you sane is so important. When I'm, you know, freaking out about some stupid shit, I can like tell my friends or, you know, if my parents are visiting, tell my parents and then they'll be like, yo, look at it this way. And they put things into perspective for me and look at it in a different way that I wasn't looking at it. And that's very healthy. Having good people around you is great, but also being able to be alone and have your alone time is also very crucial. So it's all about balance. You can pick up stuff with your toes. You just seem like the type. No, I don't have any control with my toes. I have pretty short toes. Like I have pretty small feet and like my toes aren't very long. So can't really do much with them, but I wish I could type with my toes. That seems like it'd be fun. You assume I'm low-key good at SoulCycle and not like those other moms who can't keep up. I'm not gonna lie to you, I'm very competitive with SoulCycle. When I go in there, I feel like I have to keep up with the instructor. I like am very hard on myself if I don't. I don't know why I'm like that, but I take it very seriously, as like embarrassing as that is. There's some moms though in SoulCycle that are so good, like better than me, and I'm always like threatened by that. I don't think I'm the best at SoulCycle, you know, I'm not that great, but I definitely don't think I'm bad, and I know I take it seriously. If any of you have ever taken a SoulCycle class with me, let me know if I'm good or not. I have no idea. There's no way for me to know. Finding real friends is hard for you. Yes, and yes, absolutely. And I think it's hard for everyone. I don't think finding a real friend is easy. As I've evolved through my life, you know, there's been a lot of people where I just feel like the energies don't necessarily align. Not that that's a negative thing, but that's just how it is. Or maybe they don't have the best intentions with me, whatever. It's their problem. I've seen a lot of that. It's hurt me in the past. I know it when I see it, and I know when I need to kind of like distance myself. Having that skill now that I'm older is really, really great because it allows me to like feel comfortable to like, you know, be social and try to make new friends. And if I don't feel like it's a good match, then I will dip out. It is what it is. You're the most kind-hearted, down-to-earth person in the world that people on the internet try to bring down, and that's why you had a hard time posting for a while. Number one, thank you. That's really sweet. I hope that I'm like that. I try my best to keep my head in the right place, but I had definitely like an identity crisis for a little bit there because, you know, when people are saying things about you, it's hard not to believe that they're true. And I also was just like going through a period of time in my life where I was meeting new friends and moving to LA, and there's a lot of adjusting I had to do all at once, and it all kind of came crashing down on me. Not to mention my mental health wasn't in the best state. So all of that combined kind of like, you know, made it hard for me to post for a while, but I think I'm doing a lot better, and I'm just trying to like stay true to myself, you know, be as good of a person as I can be. Next assumption is that I actually shower. Correct. I literally shower every day. I don't know why people think I don't. Well, all, I know why people think I don't shower. It's because I made a joke about it, but I do shower. So everyone can fucking relax. Like I probably shower more than like, well, I'm not gonna get too ahead of myself. I do get lazy sometimes. Like sometimes I'll get back from SoulCycle and I'll take a nap instead of showering right away. But like whatever, you know, it happens. Next, you're really over the parking situation in LA. Yes. Parking in LA is like basically impossible and it takes like an hour to park unless you valet, but valet is expensive. So then it's like, who's really winning now? Nobody. Next, the podcast has been really good for you mentally. I don't know why. I feel like you're so yourself and you seem really happy when you're doing it. Absolutely. I love podcasting. It's been a great new creative outlet for me. I've really loved doing it. I've had so much fun just trying it out and like seeing what works and like just experimenting with a new medium and platform. I'm just really fucking with it. So I love the podcast. It was really great for me. And it came into my life at a really good time too. Like I started recording my first episodes when I was going through kind of a weird rough patch. And so it really got me out of it. I think having that new thing. I assume the hate you get from the internet hurts you a lot. It used to a lot more. Now I'm getting better. I just don't really read it anymore. If I like see one hate comment on a photo and I start to see that it's like a trend, I just stop reading and I just avoid hate at all costs. And when I see it, I just try not to take it too seriously. But I'm learning to like only look at the nice comments and like appreciate those and just ignore the shitty comments because what's the point in wasting energy reading those? Next assumption is that I went to SoulCycle this morning. I didn't. I'm going in like 5 minutes when I'm done filming this. Next, assume that I don't go thrifting as much as I used to. That's true because honestly, thrift shopping is not what it used to be. It used to be so freaking fun. Like you could find such good shit because nobody else was going there. Like thrift stores were like vacant when I would go thrift shopping, or there'd be like old people there, but they wouldn't be getting the same stuff that I was getting. You know what I mean? But now I feel like thrift shopping is really trendy and a lot of people are doing it. So a lot of the good stuff is picked over. So that's kind of a drag, but I've been doing a lot of online thrifting where like you can get one of a kind vintage pieces online, even though it's more expensive that way. You find a lot more cool, unique pieces. And yeah, so I've been into that. Next assumption is that I scrunch my toilet paper. Absolutely not. Fold 100%. I'm kind of offended that you'd even think that I would do that. I used to when I was younger though, when I was like 5, because like 5-year-olds don't know how to fold shit. So next is that I buy Air Force Ones as a coping mechanism. Yes, I literally just bought a new pair because I'm stressed out. No, I just go through them so quickly because they get dirty. They're white shoes, but it is a coping mechanism. When I have a new pair of Air Force Ones, I feel like I'm on top of the world and I can handle anything. Next, you want somebody to edit your videos so you can post more, but no one edits like you do. 100%. It'd be great if somebody could edit for me because I could chill and just focus on filming. But for me, editing is so important for telling a story. And I feel like at some point I might, you know, bring somebody in and help me with like my rough cut or something just to like cut down the workload. I'm always gonna have my hands on editing. I'm never gonna fully give it away, if ever. I mean, I might not even ever let anybody help just because I think that's what makes me feel the most connected to my content and helps me stay creatively inspired. We'll see what happens in the future, but for now it's just me. I assume you have some illness to always be on your period. Honestly, I don't know. I had my period twice last month. I literally don't know how it happens. I've thought that I started my period already like 2 or 3 times this month, but I've not fully gotten my period. I have period cramps right now. Who knows what that even means? So yeah, definitely. I probably have something wrong with me, but the doctor said that I'm fine and I just am very irregular. So imagine having your period fully twice. I spent half of my month last month on my period. Imagine that. It was terrible. Okay, well that's the last assumption. I'm gonna go to SoulCycle now. Now I'm gonna be late. So the person who assumed that I'm always late to SoulCycle might be kind of right today. Thank you, members, for being so patient. I'm sorry it's a week late. Yeah, I love you guys so much. Thanks for being so fucking cool and supporting me a little extra. I really appreciate it. I hope you guys have an amazing day, and I'll see you guys soon. Bye, everyone. Stay woke, okay? And be yourself. All right, bye.